I'm Kadin Mcelwain, and I'm here with Gabriela Shulman, and we're on the marketing team of a new movie for the love of the American dream. Today we decided to come on here and talk about our perspective of the themes of this movie: immigration, hope, perseverance, and overall film. Gabby, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, so I'm Gabriela, as you just said. I am an acting major at Marquette University. I also am studying marketing. I've heard about this film on, not Facebook, on like one of these sites, and I was like, this is an amazing opportunity. I'd love to be part of it.
Yeah, that's amazing. Acting's a really good major. I myself am a communications major at Kent State University. As soon as I heard about this movie, I immediately knew I had to support it in some way. Right, the second question I have for you, Gabby, is what's your understanding of immigration, one of the core themes of this movie?
Sorry, let me think about that. Like, illegal immigration or immigration as a whole. I think, well, our country is built on immigration, as like we talked about. That is what America stands for. We're all immigrants if we really think about it, unless you are Native American, right? And just what's going on in the world right now, how people are isolating immigrants and like hating them, which doesn't make any sense. It's really important to talk about their stories and understand why it's important. Because at the end of the day, we're all alike, we're all human, and it's just talking about that in this movie.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. That's the overall theme of this movie. No matter what your story is, what you're going through, we're all human. Simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less. And that argument you brought up, in a way, we're all immigrants unless we're Native American. I've heard that a couple times, and it really has a deeper meaning to me now.
Yeah. Oh, no, you're good. I just got back from studying abroad in England. And it was a kind of a culture shock, and we kind of talked about that because it was just different understandings of like those people have, not all of them obviously have been there forever, but it's that idea of like that country is so old, and the idea how new our country is and how like the diversity of our country compared to other countries, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. 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 My next question for you is, throughout the movie, we're most likely going to see some political themes. What do you think of the political climate in this country today?
It's scary. Like, honestly, what's going on right now? I don't want to talk too much. I feel very strongly about what's going on. I'm sad for what America's at right now. I'm sad that this is the country I'm at, especially, again, talking about study abroad, but it really opened up my eyes. Like, I do not want this to be my country. I want to be in a country, in a world where we're all created equal, and that's not what it is right now. And I think that it is a time, like, there are bad things happening, but it is a time where we can stand up and change the things that are happening. It's our job as American citizens, as people, to come together and see, okay, this is what's wrong in the world, let's fix it. And I just feel like it keeps on getting worse and worse. I'm honestly scared to check the news. I know that's terrible to say. I was getting my news from TikTok, which is embarrassing, honestly. But it's in this place of like, there's so much fear and there's so much hate, and we need to come together to understand what's going on and educate ourselves to try to help make a difference.
That's a really great answer. I'm personally terrified too. I always thought that the political climate in this country as it was bad enough because we were so divided. I just didn't realize how much of a problem we had until now. I'm on the autism spectrum myself, and when I heard that they were initially going to consider creating an autism registry, I told myself that I wasn't even going to bother going to a doctor's appointment if that was the case, because I would have had to do what I had to do to protect myself. They denounced that. They backed off about that, of course, but I can't believe I honestly had to consider risking my own personal health in order to protect myself from getting my records stolen away. I like what you said.
It's ridiculous. I have dyslexia. It's not, but it is that thing of like anyone that's neurotypical or on that thing that they're going to isolate people like us. It's just that idea of who's different and who could we attack, and that's what's terrifying. That, like, this is going to be a grand overstatement, but this is what I've talked to some people. Like, when Hitler, like, began, right? People were like, it was nothing, this doesn't affect me, it doesn't matter. Because it didn't affect you. And that's what I feel like right now, because we're in the, it doesn't affect me, and then all of a sudden, it's me, it affects me. And the idea of us turning a blind eye is just as bad as that. I know that's a little bit dramatic, but it's that how quickly something terrible can happen if you turn away, you know?
Yeah, that's a great point. That's why we do what we do. That's why we produce art and movies and TV shows like these, so we can raise awareness about these issues from different perspectives.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, my next question for you is, how do you think we can use art and movies to unite people?
Well, I don't know. I think right now the media is kind of, you always have a phone with you, right? And it's this idea of let's take something that's always with you and let's share our differences, share our uniqueness. And I feel like that's a way that we're going to unite it, is by making videos that are like, hey, I'm like that. Hey, I can relate to that. And by relating to it, we can get along in a way and unite us. I don't know if that makes sense. But.
That makes total sense. Social media, while it has its problems, it can be an amazing way to unite people.
Yeah, I don't know, like it's a strange world we live in, right? It's this idea that I can text someone in, England right now, and they can respond. Like, it's just the idea that we are in contact with everyone in the world. We have the most knowledge we've ever had, but I think the least understanding of that knowledge. Like, there's so much going on that it's hard to comprehend, in a sense.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. That's why we use media, in order to get a proper understanding of certain things or introduce new concepts from our perspectives.
Yeah.
All right. My next question for you is, what do you hope this movie does for people?
Kind of a movement. I hope that it shows that people aren't alone. That, like, you're not alone. And I hope it makes a difference. Right now, it's scary. Like, we've already talked about that. But I hope that this is like a shining light, that there are good people. This is what being an immigrant is. This is what being a person, this is what an American citizen is. You know, like, I hope it shows the good and it just unites us in a way.
I absolutely agree. I hope not just this movie, but any future movie about this history unites us. Anyway, that's going to do it for this, guys. Thank you so much for joining me and Gabby on this special episode. If you guys want to support For the Love of the American Dream, you can go to fortheloveoftheamericandream.com. You can access our Give Butter site, or you can subscribe to our producer's channel, Tessa McKenzie, and you can support the movie there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.